Get right to the...
For you, when a particle and its antiparticle meet, they annihilate each other. Now, don't get any wild ideas. This isn't a plot for a cosmic horror story, it's just the universe maintaining its balance. That's it for today, folks. But here's a question to ponder. If matter and antimatter destroy each other, why is there still so much matter left in the universe? This week, we're diving into the mysteries of the universe. A heartfelt thanks to my 255 followers. Don't forget to follow for more intriguing insights. Until next time, cheerio.
Can you explain, first of all, what antimatter is and how is it different from the matter that we interact with every day?
Well, there's a Nobel Prize out there if you can figure out how this thing works. Antimatter is the mirror image of ordinary matter. It's extremely rare. If I had some in my hand, it looked like ordinary matter. It has the same chemical properties, except if I touch it, it would explode and destroy all of New York City, parts of Connecticut and New Jersey. Every Star Trek fan knows that this is the greatest energy source in the universe, matter-antimatter collision.
Boy, I mean, that stuff is dangerous. Something like an atomic bomb. If you know, you know, huh? Let's get it, son.
This is how antimatter is made. Antimatter is structurally similar to regular matter, but with its atomic electrical charges reversed. A hydrogen atom is a single proton nucleus with a positive charge being orbited by a single electron with a negative charge. An antihydrogen atom has a negatively charged antiproton nucleus with a positively charged positron orbiting it. If antimatter comes into contact with regular matter, they're both mutually annihilated in the process. Scientists at CERN use a device called the antiproton decelerator to create antimatter for tests. This machine smashes high-energy protons into a metal plate to create fast-moving antiprotons, then slows down fast-moving antiprotons in a magnetic vacuum, then uses magnets and electricity to bind them with stray positrons, creating and temporarily storing atoms of antihydrogen.
Particles that make up everything around us, they all have evil twins. These antimatter particles are the same mass as normal particles, but have an opposite charge. If antimatter and normal particles collide, they are destroyed, meaning antimatter has the power to destroy everything.
How scary is antimatter? Why it only takes 1 gram to easily destroy a city? In 1928, British physicist Paul Dirac derived a Dirac equation that could combine Schrodinger's equation with Einstein's special relativity. However, there were negative straightforward solutions that violated the most fundamental theory of physics at that time. But if it is removed, it will lead to mathematical contradictions. Therefore, Dirac boldly predicted the existence of antimatter in the world. It was 4 years later when American physicist Carl Anderson captured the clear trajectory of a positively charged electron that mankind first discovered antiparticles. And with the successive discoveries of antiprotons and antineutrons, people then realized that in nature, any elementary particle has a corresponding antiparticle, and these antiparticles can form antimatter. So in our universe, since there are planets and galaxies made of matter, there must also be antiplanets and anti-galaxies. And once antimatter meets matter, it produces a horrific annihilation due to complete matter-energy conversion, while releasing enormous amounts of energy and high-energy radiation. It is considered to be the most powerful and terrifying energy released to date. According to scientific calculations, only 0.5 grams of antimatter released by the power is equivalent to the energy released by the Hiroshima atomic bomb in 1945. And 1.5 kilogram of antimatter will be able to reach the most powerful in human history of the Saras bomb released by the energy. Its explosive power can be radiated to all areas within 35 kilometers around, can easily destroy any city on Earth. But it is impossible to find antimatter in nature, and to get it, it takes a lot of money and time to manufacture. According to estimates, it would cost up to $6 billion to produce just 1 microgram of antimatter. However, due to the special nature of antimatter, the storage environment requirements are also extremely high, and coupled with the high price, antimatter cannot be widely used at present. However, it has many other uses besides weapons manufacturing. For example, it can be used as fuel for spacecraft, which can generate hundreds of times more propulsive power than ordinary fuel, which is enough to send humans to Mars within a month. But with the current level of technology, it will take at least a year to reach Mars successfully.
Boy, that's scary. Tell me.
What's going on, everybody? Since everyone's talking about CERN right now, I decided I'm gonna give my hot take on CERN. A lot of you may remember this movie that dropped in 2018, but you guys might not remember how it's literally exposing the Large Hadron Collider. So this machine will essentially allow other dimensions to overlap with ours and create this crazy.
Where is all the antimatter? According to a theory, matter and antimatter were created in the same amount at the Big Bang. Most of the antimatter produced was annihilated when it came in contact with matter, leaving behind a smaller amount of matter, which makes the current universe.
I don't know how much of that y'all believe, but hey, man, take it with a grain of salt. Shh, talking like that. One thing while we talking about the LHC, Large Hadron Collider, or collisions right now. I know y'all heard CERN was supposed to be doing some collisions or some colliding today. Anybody have any updates? Y'all let me know what y'all come up with, what y'all may have heard or whatever. Let me know what y'all, give me an update down below in the comment section. I haven't read up on it yet. I haven't really had much time to, but after I finish this, I'm definitely gonna get to it. Let's get it.
Antimatter is indeed affected by gravity, and
I don't know what we were supposed to be seeing. It looked dark, then it looked like a explosion or something. Then it was just, it was light, then it was like explosion or something. Then it's just dark. Like, I don't know.
Does fall just like matter, according to new research done at CERN in what might be one of the simplest science experiments they've done in a long time. But basically, scientists wanted to see if antimatter has a mass and behaves like matter, and if it falls toward a center of gravity, and it does. In case you're unfamiliar with antimatter, you're probably familiar with regular matter. You got electrons floating around a nucleus where you have your protons and neutrons, and antimatter, in a gross oversimplification for the efficiency of social media, we'll say is the exact opposite. Positron, antineutron, antiproton. Just take the same thing, put the protons on the outside and the electrons on the inside, and you get something extremely similar. So the curious thing was, does this behave like regular matter? We've got a little antimatter. What happens when we drop it? I guess we have the I'm glad we have the answer, but I do find it somewhat amusing.
Yeah, I don't.
What if you held antimatter? You die in a big fiery explosion. Let me tell you why. Antimatter is literally what its name suggests, the opposite of matter. It's kind of a mirror image of the matter that makes up the world around us. However, antimatter hardly exists in our universe because whenever it comes into contact with actual matter, the particles annihilate each other. So anyways, if you didn't know, you're made of matter. This means that holding antimatter would be a very bad time for you. Let's start by giving you 1 gram of antimatter. A big explosion will immediately take place, one that's equivalent to 43 kilotons of TNT. But let's make it even more fun. Say you weigh around 150 pounds, let's give you 150 pounds of antimatter to somehow touch. If your 150 pounds of matter meant 150 pounds of antimatter, it would produce an explosion with the power of 1.2262 times 10 to the 19th joules of energy. That's 12,262 with 19 zeros after it. This explosion would release energy equivalent to a large fraction of the sun's total energy output. So yeah, it would be bad news for you and for the rest of the world. Let's avoid holding antimatter for the time being. And that's...
Scientists are a step away from creating a black hole. A scientific experiment that could lead to the apocalypse. Articles with similar headlines began surfacing in the press in the early 2000s. The Large Hadron Collider, or simply LHC, started up in 2008. It caused a real storm of discussion. While some scientists planned grandiose experiments, others warned mankind of serious danger.
What y'all think, man? Operating at the LAC, that Large Hadron Collider, y'all think we in danger or what? Let me know down below in the comment section. I think, man, we in danger. I think they can open up a black hole or a portal of any sort at any moment, man. They don't have no full control over this, man. They already said they've been talking to them entities, invisible entities from the other side.
The incident of the Big Bang, there should have been equal quantities of matter, antimatter, which annihilated, driving the Big Bang. So, by rights, we shouldn't be here.
Michio Kaku, the famous theoretical physicist and a popular science creator, claimed that the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC, at CERN will soon shut down due to a phenomenon that no one can explain. The LHC was shut down on June 30th, 2023, after operators noticed a strange fluctuation in the energy levels of the particles being collided. The fluctuations were so large that it's impossible to explain by any known physical law. Kaku believes that this phenomenon could be evidence of a new form of matter or energy, or even a parallel universe. This is a very exciting and potentially groundbreaking discovery. If Kaku's statement is correct, it could mean that we are on the stage of unlocking some of the greatest mysteries of the universe. Regarding the fluctuation, it is important to note that it could simply be a statistical anomaly. Only time will tell what the true reason for the fluctuation is. The LHC was first proposed in 1984 and production started in 1998. The accelerator grew to become one in 2008 and has been strolling constantly given that then. The LHC has made a number of crucial discoveries together with the Higgs boson in 2012. The LHC is the sector's largest and most effective particle accelerator. It is positioned at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, at the Franco-Swiss border near Geneva. The Large Hadron Collider, one of the most top-notch scientific achievements of our time, is an awe-inspiring 17-mile ring adorned with the latest superconducting magnets. These effective magnets, combined with a multitude of cutting-edge accelerating systems strategically placed alongside the course, paintings harmoniously to propel particles to extraordinary ranges of electricity. The sheer scale and complexity of this awesome feat of engineering is sincerely mind-boggling.
You know, according to the little genius Max Laughlin, a few years back we got shifted into another dimension or another universe. I do believe that CERN, I do believe that they've opened portals. I do believe they opened portals to interdimensional beings, and it could explain some of the sightings that we're seeing now, the more sightings that we're seeing, and the more different types of beings that we're seeing are being reported. Now, I don't know if anybody's thought about that, but I have. You know, you're seeing footage of some things that we normally haven't seen before, and I know a lot of it's CGI, I know a lot of it's fake, but some of it is not fake. Some of it is real, whether you like it or not, and want to admit it, some of it is real. You know, you never can say for sure until you know. I don't care how smart you think you are, you don't know. And, you know, these are things that we have to think about with this, with CERN. They're colliding these particles, and who knows what has happened. Let me ask you this. Now, for myself, I have noticed different stuff going on. Like for myself, have you noticed anything personally, like the way you approach people and they act differently? Certain people that you know. I've noticed that certain people that used to act a certain way act a little different than they used to. Could this be because of us shifting to a different dimension, a different universe? And these are things we would not notice because it would be identical to this, but there would be little differences. And you know, you think about the things like the Mandela effect and all that, and I'm telling you, I always thought he was dead. I thought he died in prison. Luke, I am your father. I've always thought it was that, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Love Star Wars. And it's, no, I am your father. That's what they're saying now, but I know what I saw when I was growing up. You know, there's things happening, and I believe it's happened before. And, you know, we were talking about deja vu a while back, and you know, like, have I been here before? Have I seen this before? And some of these little bitty hints could be exactly what it is. Now, I'm not saying all of it has everything to do with CERN, because it doesn't. But specifically CERN, there's a lot of things going on right now that's a lot different. Just take society and the way our country's being ran. I'm just, you know, being honest about the way everything is. Could it possibly be? People are like, how is this happening? You know, there's certain things going on right now. And you go, well, the times have changed. Well, if they've changed, they sure have changed for the worst. But think about it. There's certain things going on you could not imagine. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, would have never imagined that the things are happening now that, I mean, then and now are so different. I mean, there's just no comparison. And you could look and go back in time and say, and name off some of the things that's happening now, and you would think a person was completely insane telling you what's going on now. And it's just the way humanity is. It's like we've forgotten who we are. Humanity has totally forgotten who we are, or how we're created, or how we procreate. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, you can have your own opinion. So, you might think it's perfectly normal. And if it is for you, then you fit right in with this dimension. But tell me, what do you think? Have you noticed different things just in your personal life? People acting different? Maybe it's because we did shift into a different dimension or a different universe.
Say, man, it's time to wake up. Clean your eyes, you know what I'm saying? Clean your ears. And like come back to reality, man. Yeah, it's that time. It's that time. Yeah, it's that time. You heard what they said. I know you got the feeling too during this eclipse, man. Like, hey man, it's that time. Something is coming. Something big is finna happen. Good and bad. It's that time. Come on now, If you know, you know. It's time. Let's get it. Y'all know, read that. Pause it and read it.
This machine is allowing them to collect antimatter or darkness. Now, they say that the antimatter that they get, what they're collecting, comes from the place on the other side of that dimension.
Now, before anyone says that's false, what he just said, that pastor, is a crossover that CW made, Crosses on Infinite Earth, that also talks about this.
It is done. The infinite Earths are gone. Soon only the antimatter universe will remain.
Warning, the antimatter wave will hit the ship in 28 seconds.
In Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9, it says, "There is nothing new under the sun." Now, to put it in simpler terms, that pretty much means the stuff that happened back then is happening now, it's just told in a different way and showed in a different way. Why do you think as many Bible scriptures that Jesus, his apostles, and all the people that followed him said in the last days will be like the days of Sodom and Gomorrah and the days of Noah? Because everything the God of this world is doing and the people that follow him are doing is literally the exact same thing.
Have I ever showed you guys graphene oxide, aka black?
Hold up, man. It's definitely something going on. Because like I say, man, I was out and about, man. Not purposely. I was trying to be back in before all this went down. And man, it was just weird. It was just this weird energy in the air, man. Like, I just don't know. It was just weird energy in the air, and it was like real intense, like you would feel like real on edge and real like, I don't know, like on edge, like if you was like, like I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy, man. I don't want to say it, man. This is just like a weird energy, man. And like, it was like real, like, I ain't gonna say like demonic, but it was just like, man, some weird energy in there, and it was real, like, extreme. That's all I'm gonna say. If y'all know, if y'all felt the same, y'all let me know down below. How did y'all feel during the I'm finna say the pandemic. I mean during the eclipse, y'all. Cause I live in Texas. I wasn't really right on the, right in the area totality, but we right here in Texas though. Let me know what y'all felt though.
This is the effect of what it is, okay? This is the thing that they're playing with. You know that nanotechnology stuff that they be talking about? This is sentient nanotechnology right here. Watch this. You saw how it was moving where the ring was or whatever he was? Saw that? Sticks together. Fibers. Look at that. What the hell?
And this is I guess this will be like a prime example of Venom from Spider-Man. What they say, they harvesting this dark matter or antimatter, not dark matter, antimatter from with these machines. Could that possibly be what CERN is into or up to, you know? Because we all know they up to something, and we all know they said they was doing some collide today, man, some experiment today. Were we the experiment? That's the big question that y'all really should ask yourself. That's one y'all want to ask yourself right there. Were we the experiment today? CERN opening up portals, allegedly, and NASA allegedly shooting 3 snake deity named rockets at the shadow of the moon. What kind of sense does that make? To me, in my eyes, with my humble opinion, it doesn't make any sense. Other than that they want to annihilate us. Come on, man. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. It's getting wicked, man, out here.
So one thing like that.
All over the place. It was all even on the. Boy, that song just always, I love that song now. Old Stranger Things, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section. The clip, not Stranger Things.
Scientists have already known there was an invisible barrier around this earth. The Bible says in Genesis 1:1 that darkness was on the face of the deep and the earth was without form and void. The word void in the Hebrew really means chaos. The earth was chaotic. But when God said, let there be light, the Bible says the light shine in darkness and the darkness cannot overcome it. So God put a wall of light around this earth to hold back the darkness. Now this is what this machine in Switzerland is capturing. They're capturing darkness. It's called antimatter. The people over in CERN with this Hadron Collider, remember 17-mile wide circle. This is the biggest machine in the world. 300 miles underground in Switzerland. Because they have gone back with the finest particles of matter, they have found out that there is a wall that is keeping back the dark realm or the dark matter. Remember, these people been working on this machine since they say 1950, but it's too big. They had to be working on this machine. They really say for hundreds of years because it's too big. So Satan's been doing this a long time. They say they're trying to create the Big Bang conditions. That 17-mile circle is a big.
Hey y'all, for y'all to just to know right now, that is not my phone, man. That is not me on my side. That's the echoing is not on my side. That's not me, man. They got to be their phone or something, man.
Portal. It's a big portal. This is what CERN is. It's a 17 miles of like a snake. What it is, it's a machine, but it's like a big 17-mile long snake that they shooting these particles through at the speed of light. Real fast, trying to get it go real fast. Now this is the CERN logo. If you notice what it is, it's 3 6s. Which is the mark of the beast. The beast being a polyon. It's a polyon. Just to give you some information, the place where CERN is, it's called a polyacum.
Well, there ain't no coincidence.
Need to be concerned about that.
I like how he did that. I like how he did that there. Y'all go show his channel some love, man. I like how he did that, man. Yeah, that is something to be concerned about. If you get what I'm going, if you catch what I'm dropping, let's get it, man.
Passiamo nell'ima di Dio Vittoria. Arrivo subito.
Ooh, translator. Man, they doing a lot over there. They trying to play God, man. That's one thing we not with over here. Ain't that right? I know, huh? Yeah.
That was a sign that he will not flood the earth. So the next judgment is not water, but it's fire. Are y'all there? Come on, y'all there or not there? So I want to show you everything we're talking about. You can't understand Daniel, Revelation, no prophecies without this. Because you won't know that the restoration of these fallen. Now we're talking about fallen angels, and we're talking about offspring of fallen angels. You got what I'm saying? The fallen angels is what the Sumerian.
Man, why they show that dude after they said that our fallen angels, the offspring of fallen angels, and he was just like, oh, they got me. They caught me. Like, yeah, he was one. Man, I don't know, man. Were they trying to tell us something? No, I'm just playing. Y'all. He just part of the audience, man. Let me stop. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let me stop BSing, man. Let me stop BSing. Man.
Not S-A, but S-U-M-E-R. The first Phoenicians, Sumerians, with the hieroglyphs on the wall. The first ones that had the, what's the name? Sanskrit language. They called them Anunnaki. The angels. They actually show on their wall spaceships. The reason why I want you to understand is that just like in the days of Noah, meaning the same technology. See, you think man is evolving into knowledge, but they had knowledge before. The problem is every time we find that old knowledge or ancient knowledge, the Smithsonian show up and take it. Every time they find a giant, the Smithsonian show up and take it. Why? Because the elite, which I'm going to get into, those that actually are the brotherhood of the serpent, which are the 13 bloodline families, come on y'all, they actually want to dumb man down so man will be deceived into thinking that this knowledge that they see coming out the sky is a new, or like man is getting smarter, when in reality Egypt already had the knowledge, and so did Babylon. Y'all there? Because they were worshiping the fallen. Is this too much? Lord, let me make my point here. Y'all there or not there? Now, let me read. I was making a point. What was my point? CERN. No, we got y'all understand that part. Oh, this is what CERN is. The Bible says in Matthew, Jesus said, listen to me. Come on, listen to me. Come on, give me revelation. This is his coming point now. I'm trying to stop with his point. Jesus said, there's a place called outer darkness where there is weeping, gnashing. Come on. A place called outer darkness. Now, I taught y'all before when I taught CERN, about CERN, is that the goal of CERN is to, of course, to break down the barrier, but also to harness darkness, which is called antimatter. This is the reason why they're about ready to persecute us out of existence, because the revelation that the Holy Ghost gives, men cannot be deceived with this revelation, so he got to stop us from doing this. Okay, now, so, see, we giving up the secrets of the deception is what we giving up. Now, say antimatter. Now, scientists, I didn't say it, science.
Say antimatter. I said, say antimatter.
Said that even the smartest guy, the guy in the wheelchair that can't move, you know him, Hawkins, he said that antimatter, if you harness enough of it, or the goal of CERN is to punch through the barrier from this realm to the dark world. The dark world. That's outer darkness. So what man is doing through Satan or the fallen, giving them the knowledge that they think is technology, is they're doing for Satan what he can't do for himself. He cannot come in this world. So those angels that are reserved in chains and are in outer darkness, they want to get out of there where they've been banished and cross back into this, what we call the material world. Are y'all there? So
y'all ain't listening. Y'all not here. Y'all ain't hearing them. Y'all ain't hearing them because y'all too caught up in me, in the me, the messenger, and him, the messenger, which is being the preacher. Y'all too caught up in somebody preaching to y'all, you know what I'm saying, to hear the message, man. Y'all can't worry about that, man. I'm not here to preach to y'all. I ain't here to pitch y'all on no church stuff or none of that. I'm just here to give y'all the message, man, any way, shape, or form that I can. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't, man, some of y'all be getting twisted, man. Pay attention to the message, man. Forget about the messenger, man. I'm just trying to do my part. That's it. I ain't trying to be no preacher, man. I'm not trying to be like I'm all higher, holier than thou or none of that. Because everybody, man, I do a lot of bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work on it too, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, ain't nobody perfect. But hey, like I'm saying, focus on the message, man. That's it. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? You had to learn something about science through church just now, man. Antimatter. A lot of people be thinking it's just science. No, man, this is evil. Evil. Y'all watch SpongeBob, you know what I'm saying? The two superheroes, what his name is, y'all get to me in the comment section. The little pea head and the other superhero, the big dude with the stars on his chest. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. You know, y'all watch SpongeBob, y'all 90s babies. Yeah. Y'all know what he said. Y'all know how he said evil. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I want to say Underpants, Captain Underpants or something like that. Yeah, I think that's his name. Y'all get at me in the comment section and correct me if I'm wrong. Let's get it.
This show was canceled because there was so much truth in it. Watch this.
The Catholic Church's attendance numbers are at an all-time low, so the College of Cardinals hired us to create a fake hell under Rome. The plan was to simulate an earthquake that uncovers hell. Then everyone would be so terrified of God's wrath that they would start attending church again.
Yeah, we commissioned an animatronic demon army from the Disneyland Imagineers. Satan's torso used to belong to Mulan.
Wow, Disney magic can do anything, including send people to hell?
Relax. It's just for show. No one's actually going to hell.
Except Andre, for the weird shit he did with his clones.
No regrets.
And this project. The new pope is apparently chill AF. He found out about the hell contract and wants to shut it down.
And Jesus said, I shall not bogart salvation. Heaven is dead as lit, fam. Ocasio-Cortez 2024.
I need one of you to go to Rome and brainwash the Pope into a hardcore religious conservative overnight. We need him to resume the Hell Project so we can get paid. This assignment won't be easy. You'll face distractions, romantic ruins, a bounty of pasta and wine that's so toe-curlingly sensual you...
Dibs! I'll go to Rome! In fact, I know this outside consultant who would be so perfect.
But I tell you, man, love Gigi.
Like I always say, man, the coincidence they put it in the movies, man, the TV shows, the cartoons, everything, man. Put it in front of us, in front of the kids' faces, guys and girls. But that's a new little series or show on Netflix called Inside Job. Y'all check it out, man, because it is very, very intriguing and deep. I'm telling you, man, if you're into the conspiracy.
So come with me real quick. They just saw this green comet in the Middle East. They were thinking it was actually some kind of weaponry, but it wasn't. It was a green comet. Why does this matter? Let's look. So y'all should be aware that the Devil's Comet will be going on while the April 8th total...
Hold up, though. Why would they name it the Devil's Comet? That's a little creepy. I don't know about
solar eclipse is going on, which they call a green horn fireball. Call me crazy, but is this a Devil's Comet? Or is it just the devil? I'm sure you're aware of the firmament overhead, right? Some other weird stuff. The Statue of Liberty was just struck by lightning. Why does that matter?
Whoa.
The Statue of Liberty is the Colossus of Rhodes. The Colossus of Rhodes is Helios. Helios is the light bringer. It's Apollo. It's Abaddon and Apollyon from Revelations 9:11, the angel over the bottomless pit. The Statue of Liberty is the devil. Who else is Apollo or Apollyon? Well, in 50 AD we see that Nero Caesar was just a man. But at the end of his reign, 64 to 68 AD, we see that he grew spines on his head, like Helios. What an odd way to portray the leader of Rome. And of course, Nero Caesar is the one name that we have found to reach both Greek and Latin, as the mark of the beast being 666 in Greek Nero Caesar, or Latin being 616. That's pretty close. And of course, Nero, calling himself God, was the person who persecuted and destroyed all the Christians in the first century. Did you know he also desecrated the second temple of God and sacrificed swine in it? So anyways, a man transformed into a god. Then this same God, being the Statue of Liberty, being the devil. And if you look closely at the Statue of Liberty, you'll find it was confined to shackles, and then the shackles were broken off its foot. Things aren't adding up. And of course, Apollyon, or the devil, goes right back to Horus, the sun god of ancient Egypt. It's all the same deity, and it appears for some reason it has been loosed. Anyways, the devil's comet is showing up in the middle of the air randomly at this time, especially in history. It's weird to me. I encourage y'all to look far, far, far into Nero.
Hey man, y'all better be catching the game that my boy dropping, man. And go show him some love on his TikTok and YouTube and all that, man, because he be coming with that heat too. Let's get it, man.
So why don't we use antimatter for energy production? Well, antimatter isn't just sitting around, ready for us to harvest. We have to make antimatter before we can combust antimatter. And it takes 1 billion times more energy to make antimatter than you get back. But what if there was some antimatter in outer space and we could dig it out one day from an antiplanet somewhere? A few decades ago, many scientists believed that this could actually be possible. Today, observations have shown that there is no significant amount of antimatter anywhere in the visible universe, which is weird because, like we said before, there should be just as much antimatter as there is matter in the universe, since antiparticles and particles should exist in equal numbers.
This demonstrates the enormous amount of power released when you totally convert matter to energy, which is what happens when antimatter and matter are combined. So back to our power source. Inside the reactor, element 115 is bombarded with a proton, which plugs into the nucleus of the 115 atom and becomes element 116, which immediately decays and releases or radiates small amounts of antimatter. The antimatter is released in a vacuum into a tuned tube, which keeps it from reacting with the matter that surrounds it. It is then directed towards a gaseous matter target at the end of the tube. The matter and antimatter collide and annihilate, totally converting to energy. The heat from this reaction is converted into electrical energy in a near 100% efficient thermoelectric generator. This is a device that converts heat directly into electrical energy. Many of our satellites and space probes use thermoelectric generators, but their efficiency is very, very low.
9 saucers, how are those tests going?
As far as what?
As far as whether they're successful and that sort of thing.
Oh, well, some of them are 100% intact and operate perfectly. The other ones are being taken apart. I was involved mainly in propulsion and the power source.
Where did we get these saucers? How did they come into the hands of the government?
I haven't the slightest idea, and you have to understand the information is very compartmentalized. And I was only allowed information that pertained particularly to what I was involved in.
But I mean, couldn't our government have made them as opposed to getting them from some alien beings?
Totally impossible. The propulsion system is a gravity propulsion system. The power source is an antimatter reactor.
If space debris is so dangerous, why not avoid it
We ain't there yet, man. But bro. Look all the stuff we come up with, man. Nah, man, we ain't there yet. Man, come on, bro. Nah, we ain't there yet, little bro. We ain't there yet. Almost. Nah, it's gonna be a while, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a while, man. We out here stealing. We out here stealing, man. Stealing everybody else's technology and creations, man. I ain't gonna say we, but I'm gonna say they. Cause I ain't got it, we ain't got it. The people watching this, we ain't got that type of technology, but they do. So that's what I mean by they, not we.
This is a bit creepy. Let me know what you guys think. So, why does NASA have all these old school cars? My thoughts are, they're cars without computers in them. All from the 1970s. They're preparing for an EMP blast. What's odd is they're not just old.
Possible. I ain't gonna lie. Can't take that away.
Question everything, friends. Until next time.
My question is, man, how did he even get to the parking lot with all those old vintage vehicles, man? At NASA, if that was real, or could it be at a movie set and he's just capping and, you know, and everything's cool? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. But one thing I do got to say is this is the end of the video, and you're still here kicking it with your boy Koozie this long. You must have liked the video. Don't forget to like the video, you know what I'm saying, and subscribe, you know, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop some new hot content just like this or similar to this or better than this in the future. It's your boy Koozie. I'm out. Catch you next video. Play